Once upon a time, there was a man who had it all. He had friends who he had a good time with. But they were also very honest when he got out of line. He had a family who loved him and whom he loved. He had values that helped him see right from wrong and make good choices. And he had ambition, the drive to do something significant with his life. In this man's world, however, sometimes up was down, sometimes more was less, and sometimes keeping was losing. But for now, he had it all, and he was happy. One day, the man heard some voices. "Come up here," they called out to him. "Climb the ladder. There's a magnificent view. You're just the man who could do it, too." So the man who had it all set out to go up the ladder. "If you're going to come up here where it's tough, you may have to give some friendships up. Prospects, contacts, and business leads are all the relationships you'll need." The man thought this was a tough price to pay, but he reasoned, I could use some new relationships. So the man stopped seeing his friends and soon was spending all his time with key people and important contacts. They mostly shook his hand, took him out to dinner, and made him lots of money. They knew it wasn't good business, to be honest. Soon, the man actually began to believe that he was better than he was. But this was a funny world, where up was sometimes down. So as the man took his first step up the ladder, he took his first step down into the pit. Soon the man was successful and popular, and the voices praised his efforts and assured him he was on his way. As he got ready to take his next move up the ladder, another voice spoke to him. "If you're going to come up here where it's tough, you may have to give some family time up. Leave early, come home late, half days on Sundays, won't have much left for family fun days." At first, the man thought the voice was wrong. He believed he could do it all, but the work kept piling up, and so without even realizing what he was doing, he eventually set aside his family. But by the time he saw his mistake, he was steeped in his own rationalizations. "They never understood me anyway," he said to himself. And so in that world where more is sometimes less, the man took another step up the ladder and another step down into the pit. By now, the man was well known for his great accomplishments. The voices of appreciation were even louder. "He can do no wrong," they cried. They shouted so loud, the man had a hard time not believing his own press releases. He decided to move up another rung on the ladder, and again a voice spoke to him. "If you're going to come up here where it's tough, you may have to give some scruples up. Decisions can't always follow the book. Some jobs must get done by hook or by crook." The man wanted very much to be thought of as one of the boys. Besides, he reasoned, what they're asking me to do is practically legal. The company's going to benefit, not just me. Papers were signed. Deals were made. Information was withheld. And the man found that it really wasn't that hard to do after all. And so, in that world where gain is sometimes loss, the man took another step up the ladder and moved another step down into the pit. As the man looked around, he realized he'd finally made it to the top. He had nowhere else to go. He'd given up friends, family, and morals, but he'd gotten wealth, a big office, and acceptance. However, he was no longer the man who had it all. As he looked at what remained, he saw that all he had left was his ambition. No friends to correct it, no family to encourage it, no values to channel it. Only raw, unrestrained ambition. The man had gone up the ladder, but now he was the fool on the hill, because up is sometimes down, more is sometimes less, and the top of the ladder can sometimes be no higher than the bottom of a pit.